Good day, I'm Lameez Gopie, student number 21205-249, a third year intermediate phase student teacher. And today I will be discussing the special needs of autism while simultaneously reflecting on my experiences with a learner on the spectrum. The case study learner whom my mask making assessment is based on loves the color blue. That's why I chose the pseudonym Blue. Blue is a grade 6 learner with autism spectrum disorder. Autism can be defined as a neurological developmental difference that changes the way an individual relates to the environment and people in it. Autism changes the way an individual sees, experiences, and understands the world. The special needs of autism are diverse, hence why we refer to it as the spectrum. Learners on the spectrum often struggle with social communication, social interactions, portray repetitive or restrictive behavior, interest, and activity. With regards to the rationale for my choices, with regards to designing the mask, the overall color of the mask is blue. As I mentioned earlier, the learner's favorite color is blue. The learner has a blue water bottle, blue pencil case, blue school bag. I painted a racetrack and I stuck a car on top of the racetrack, as well as the stickers F1, because Blue would always ask me about cars and he would tell me how much he enjoys cars and he loves watching the Fast and Furious movies. I stuck on an earphones case to indicate that Blue loves music and he would prefer to be asked questions through music or learn through music. On the side here, I stuck on the face of a watch to indicate time, and Blue needs time in order to become comfortable with people. This also refers to his learning. Blue has slow processing, so he needs more time to understand certain content. I painted on theater masks here with a happy and sad one, and this is to indicate role play, and Blue often talks to himself a lot. He also uses this as a coping mechanism. For example, if a learner were to tell him that he's weird, he would repeat that phrase the entire day. He would say, you're weird, until a teacher or a facilitator will get to the bottom of it and later find out that a learner called him that, and that's why he's been repeating it the entire day. I have painted arrows pointing to where the eyes should be, and this is to indicate that Blue is a very observant learner. One day his facilitator moved her car out of the sun and he noticed that her car is not there anymore, so he came to ask me and the teachers, where's my facilitator? I find that this is one of his strengths. I painted a light blue teardrop, and this is to indicate that Blue is a sensitive learner. Sensitive because when the teacher is having a harsh discipline conversation addressed to all the learners in the class, after that conversation, Blue would sort of melt down and he would say he's a bad child and he would cry. I painted viciously looking teeth and not just any normal smile, and this is to emphasize Blue's coping mechanism, which is biting his fingers, as well as repetitive finger flicking moments. So in class, when he's asked a question and he doesn't know how to express himself or what to say, he will start biting his fingers. Over here, I painted on the shield, and this is to represent the Zulu tribe, and I placed it close to the mouth because Blue would try really hard to learn and speak Zulu. Here I painted bubbles, and this is to indicate that Blue prefers to be clean. So when they would have PE, the learners will be sitting on the grass and Blue would be reluctant to participate in school activities. Even in the class, if it's a multi-sensory activity, he would not want to participate. Over here on the nose, I stuck a book, and if you look closely, it sort of has a nervous or anxious expression, and this is to indicate that when it comes to learning, Blue often blacks out, he loses concentration, and he becomes anxious when answering questions or answering questions in a test. For example, there was a listening comprehension and he struggled to pay attention and listen to the whole story, and when it came to answering the questions, he wrote skateboard, skateboard, skateboard for every answer. Blue really enjoys mathematics. It's one of his favorite subjects. He really values numbers, and his favorite topic in mathematics is decimals, hence why I stuck pi 3,141,592 to indicate that. Over here, I stuck on a friendly looking emoji, and this is to indicate that most of my experiences with Blue were kind and sweet. I also stuck on a laughing emoji over here, and this is to indicate that we also shared a lot of funny moments. He would often complain to me about his younger siblings. And over here I stuck bees. One day there was a bee in the classroom and he refused to sit down, he refused to do his work. He just ran out of the classroom, and then when I asked him what's wrong, he said no, he's terribly afraid of bees and wasps. Lastly, by looking at this mask, you can see that along with his weaknesses come a lot of strengths.